Hey guys and girls, what is going on? Welcome back to a brand new video and another episode of Revive the Park with the Mo Creatures mod added in, guys, of course. And today we're going to be adding in the African elephants. Now, I have a few plans to go through once I've put the African elephants in. First of all, I'm going to show you guys the exhibit, show you guys what I've done, show you guys what still needs to be done with the exhibit, because I've got one plan that I do want to still put into action further down the line and off camera. And then also I'm going to show you guys a few of the things to do with that aren't related to the African elephants. So we're going to start off with, hopefully you guys didn't just see that, I think you will have done. We're going to start off without looking at the African elephant exhibit for now. I'm going to show you guys what I want to do. So once we've completed the Africa area, I want to build a bridge that will go across here. Obviously stick some form of creature in here, kind of block them in there. What is that? Oh, it's a mole. That was it. So yeah, I want to kind of build a bridge across here and then section that off into a little exhibit in itself. And then we come across there and we'd have a whole new area, which I'm probably going to make Asia, I think. Or we're going to do one set directly for Brazil. I just think that'd be quite nice to have an Amazon rainforest sort of area. So once we've done that, there are a few other things I want to do. Obviously the rest of the African exhibits will be built around here. We're going to have hopefully ice, the Antarctica over there. I want to build a rhinoceros exhibit here, then either you can obviously see the exhibit there. I want to build either a giraffe, probably not a giraffe, a gazelle maybe, I don't know. I want to build another exhibit here. Obviously I want a rhino on there, and I do want something else there which I'm not too sure on yet. But what we're doing today now, one thing that has definitely come about is I spoke to the manager, not the manager, I spoke to Bob Jobs, so basically the owner of the park and kind of our boss, and he's kind of turned around and said to me, listen, I can bring you in a few more animals, a few more African elephants to the exhibit. It doesn't look too small, and also so they can kind of obviously help out the current African elephant we have inhabited. So we got in another 3 African elephants, which I think is absolutely awesome. We got the rescue team in last night, I believe. So when you guys were obviously all cuddled up in bed nicely asleep, I was out here doing all this work, ensuring they got put into the temporary exhibit safely. But guys, this is the exhibit nonetheless. Now I'm a big fan of it. Obviously I've blocked off that area with a load of trees so they can't get out through there. Obviously there is that 2 blocks of dirt up, but I just kind of wanted to make it look nicer. We obviously have a nice little water, river, lake, pool thing. It's kind of a bit of a mixed thing, to be honest. But we've kind of put that in there just so that, you know, they have area to bathe. Obviously then we've got a lot of room here for, you know, trees that I decided to put in just for an extra bit of foliage. We also have a fair bit of room around here, which is where I want to actually put in a house for the African elephants. So when it does rain, or if we do have situations like that, you know, we have that option there with us. Now, coming around to the front, I added in a bit of a mud bath, which I think would be quite nice for them. Obviously they can just go in here whenever they want to have a nice little bit of a wallow in the mud. But that in itself is the exhibit. Like, I'm a big fan of it, especially with the shader zone. It makes everything look so much nicer, and yeah, I'm really happy with this exhibit. So one thing I'm going to do is hopefully mix up these exhibits as much as possible while giving some similarities to them. So for example, in the African exhibits, each exhibit, if they have trees, it will be acacia and oak. Those will most likely be those are going to be the similarities for the African exhibits. So yeah, that's kind of what we've been working with. So what we're going to look to do is, number 1, why is that crocodile not absolutely marsupialed that little pig? I do not know. We need some more crocodiles at some point. One thing we're going to do though is we are going to get these 4 African elephants into their exhibit. So if you guys can let me know, 3 names. I'm gonna name one Nelly, and we're going to name another one Dumbo. So if you guys can let me know another 2 names for African elephants, that would be also quite good. Maybe you know, some African names in themselves. Alright, alright, we're all friends here. I really hate snakes in this game, they're so creepy. But yeah, that's, if you guys can let me know 2 more African names, maybe, you know, whether they have a relation to a film you watched, or whether it's got a relation to something else, something that is an African, you know, based name for these creatures. Yeah, I don't even know what else to say there, but yeah, that's kind of what we're going to go with. Now, one thing I did last night is I recorded a very, very long episode of dinos, to the point where I had to actually cut it down, which is going up tomorrow. Now, I'm hoping tonight I'll be able to record a Ark Survival episode for the weekend. I think it's the Saturday or the Sunday, maybe the Friday night I'll put it up. One of those dates, and then I need you guys to really let me know what you think of it. Because if you guys really enjoy it, like I know a few people do, there's about 3 or 4 people that message me, always message me saying, yeah, listen, we want you to do this, we want you to do that, we want you to do the Ark Survival. Then that's fine, I don't mind that at all. It's, I need to know if everybody as a whole does. So if that video can get at least 10 likes, then I will continue to do it. If not, then I'll stop doing it, or do it on a less regular basis. I don't know, I'll kind of have to review it all. But on the whole, I'm really happy with how this exhibit's turned out. Obviously 4's quite nice to have in there. I might stick another 2 in if we can get them at some point in the future. But obviously it's plenty big enough for what we currently have. And it's a perfect size for just African elephants in general. So yeah, I'm quite happy with it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to look at planning. If I have some stone slabs, I do have some. Good. Oh, you bit me, didn't you? Oh, you're actually chasing me now. Oh god. Oh dear. Flee. Flee the area. Yeah. That's what I thought. Run away. Yeah, it's gone. That's fine. I was very scared there, in case it had just come running straight back round. But what we're going to do is we're going to start and kind of plan out where we're going to go from here. So obviously we've got these areas sorted right now. We have these, what do we call it? We have these kind of like plots almost, at which we're going to set things up for the moment anyway. Now we're going to try and see how it goes, and we're going to see what we can get from it. So let's try and do that for starters, and just see what we can get beneficially from this. There we go. So that's complete. We need to get so much. There's so much I need to do. Like, on a serious level, there is an awful lot of things, an awful lot of stuff that I still need to do. It's like some areas I want to put some foliage in, like for where these temporary houses, builds, whatever you want to call them, temporary homes for the dinosaurs are right now. I'm going to probably put a bit of foliage in there and replace them, because we're obviously going to build some nicer ones. So I thought that's kind of how it's going to go for now, in a short term. But then from there we're going to try and work on things and see where we can really go with it. So what I'm going to do is mine out the rest of this, and we're going to go and take out a few trees, really sort of being able to start and expand, and then I want to start and make a bit of progress on the bridge if we have time. I don't want this video to be too long, that's the thing. I want it to be about a 14-15 minute video, this one, because all I wanted to do initially today was just add in the African elephants and then just talk to you guys about the few plans we've had. And we've done the majority of it, so there isn't really too much else I want to do. But you know, I thought it was quite a nice episode just to have, obviously, and I can show you guys all the work I've made. One thing I'm going to need you guys to let me know is how should I build the temporary enclosures. Like, obviously I'm going to have to build quite a large area, almost like an area for an exhibit, at which the area for like normal exhibits, etc. Are you another African elephant? You are as well. Wow. What was I saying? In terms of looking at, how do I put it? In terms of looking at building temporary enclosures, I'm good today. building temporary enclosures, what do we need to do? So if I was going to build a temporary enclosure, right now there are lots of different ways at which we need to suit it. So whilst we need to build it a certain way sort of fit the style of animal we are homing. So for example, we can't stick a dolphin in the temporary exhibits we have currently, because obviously it'll just die because it's not in water. So we're going to have to build a temporary pool for dolphins that can home a certain amount, like vice versa. And if we do that, we've got to get a temporary pool. I'm probably not going to even need a temporary pool for like whales or anything. I just don't think that's necessary, purely because we will just move them accordingly. So, you know, there's a lot of different things to do. There's an awful lot of different things to do. How are you getting out all the time? So you two are fighting, right? And then you bounce off each other. They'll do anything. They'll do absolutely anything to get a chance to get out. Get back in. Just, you know, just stop jumping all the time and just stay there. Thank you. So yeah, we're going to have to build something accordingly like that. Now, the plan is I'm going to build that up there. That's going to be up there past the helicopter, so when we obviously get the animals in, we can chuck them in the temporary homes, which does actually mean we can now take down this area, which I'm going to do now. So one thing we're going to do next episode is, as I've calculated, there's about 200 different animals in total that I can... Don't tell me you were just there. Really? So I've kind of calculated there's about 200 in total that we can own. So in owning those about 200, we can't go... The way we want to run the episodes is we can't exactly have, oh yeah, we're going to do every 3 episodes we're going to add an animal in, because number one, that would mean we'd be stretching this out to about 400 plus episodes, which at the rate we're uploading about 2 or 3 of them a week, it's going to be a couple of years until we got it finished. So I've decided we're going to hopefully be able to do it. Most days I want to be able to upload well, most times we upload this, I want it to be an animal, but there will be occasional times, like next episode, where we will be building, I'll be showing you guys and kind of building a bit the temporary homes. Then we're going to look to build a few other things. We're going to look in the episode after that to obviously go back to adding animals in, and kind of going from there. So there will be an awful lot to do. Now, I do at one point want to do a massive... I want to do a massive build, a really, really big build, like much bigger than the African elephant exhibit we've done. Like, this is a really nice build. It's large, it's good, but I want to do something bigger and better than that. So I need some ideas, guys, on what I should do. Obviously, the Asian elephant exhibit's gonna be really good. I can't wait to do the aquarium. That'll be good as well. There'll be a lot of different things we can work on, and I think I will. I'm gonna start making a bit of work on, you know, things like the aquarium, things like the aviary, that will be off in the distance, so you guys can't see it until it's completely done, so I can trial and error a few builds. And I just think it'll be nice to work with, if anything. But you know, we're just going to work with things and kind of see how they go. It will be very much trial and error with a lot of different things. Now, in terms of the enclosure types for the Asia build, I'm not too sure what I want to do. Obviously, we've got the Asian elephants, which I know what I'm doing for that. That's pretty much certain. As long as it's possible for me to do and, you know, I can actually do it, I should be alright. But we're going to have to look into different types of Asian exhibits. I'm thinking doing quite tall trees, doing like Chinese path, like you have Chinese arcs on pathways and bridges over rivers and stuff like that. I want to do something like that. Obviously we've got to get pandas in, which would be quite good to do. There's, you know, there's a variety of different things we can try and, you know, see how it goes. But wait, where the hell was that snake last time? Has that snake just like disappeared, or did I kill it, or... I don't know where that snake's gone, and it's I'm not gonna lie, it's actually rather worrying me. Where are you? feel like you might be in here. Okay, what was that? That is a normal egg. I don't feel as though it was meant to be a normal egg though. Right, I don't know where you've gone, but that snake's gonna become a constant hassle, so there will come a point where I'll have to kill it. But you know, for now, let's let it live. You know, we'll give it a chance and see how it goes. But poor you, we need to get you a home soon, don't we? We'll get you a home over that way soon, and then you can live there. But one thing I definitely can't wait for is to do exhibits like the deer, like the boar or warthog, something like those exhibits, because I like doing those kind of forestry areas that are really, you know, I'm good at those type of builds. Those are builds that, you know, indulging medium to large areas with different types of trees and different types of materials is something I'm very good at, and something I am very proud to build often, and I do come out with quite satisfactory results in my opinion. So, you know, when I look at things, I will be quite happy with things, and there will be other exhibits. Like, for example, I'm really happy with the crocodile one, the African elephant one I'm really happy with. Petting zoo, not so much, because it is quite a simple build, but there's only so much you can actually do with a petting zoo. And that is the thing. It will get to a point where there's only so much you can do before, you know, you're there and you're just like, well, you can't really do much more. They're trying to hit each other. Like that. Exactly like that. How do you keep getting out? I'm gonna have to redo all of this, aren't I? Yes. I have to redo this because it's like I can't get over it. It's just when they hit each other that becomes a nightmare. So I'm gonna have to sort that in the long term. But you know, for now guys, that is all we're gonna do for today. So thank you very much for watching. I know my audio speaking hasn't been very good at the minute. I'm trying to work on it. I'm trying to really build on things, especially when I do plan these episodes. I need to plan them a bit better. So obviously once we've added in the African elephants, etc., we don't just, you know, have nothing else to do, and we do ramble on. So if you guys can make sure to drop a like on the video, that'd be much appreciated. Let me know 2 more names, 2 African elephant names that have some relevance to you or some purpose to you in whichever way possible. Let me know why I should name them. That'd be awesome, male or female. But apart from that, thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.